We're live, we're up and rolling. I think we are. Just move that there. There we go. Mike's so nice and snug. Hello, folks. Hello, one and all. Welcome back. Welcome back to the longest journey. This is going to be an interesting one because I've got a plan for this stream, and it's one of the reasons why I got a big cup of coffee by my side. We're going to stream for a bit longer than I normally would. We're going to try and get a few chapters in one stream. I have no idea how this is going to work. It might not. It's the truth of it. What might actually happen is this might be, you know, multiple streams in one day rather than just one long one. I think that's more likely. Look at these people dancing over there. I wasn't gonna send you over there. Okay, right. Is it you?
Excuse me. Hello? Hi, hello, do you work here?
Do I work here, child? I'm the owner. I own and operate the Journeyman Inn.
I'm very sorry, ma'am.
Your apology is more than enough for me, child. What may I do for you?
Is there a party going on?
Is there a... child. Do you not know? It is the Feast of the Balance.
There was
Have you
like
never
a
taken
twang in
part
their
the
accent all of a sudden.
celebration?
Unfortunately, no. I'm not a party person.
For as long as I can recall, the feast has lasted 3 whole days and nights, and everyone celebrated openly. Now, this year, there's great concern about the Vanguard and their supporters. So this year, the Feast of the Balance is celebrated inside, behind closed doors, and for one night only. But there's still much food and drink. And you are welcome to join if you so please.
I don't think so. I don't know anybody here.
You're not with the Vanguard, are you?
No, I'm from somewhere else, far away.
So it would seem. Well, if you feel up to it, child, you're welcome to join in the celebration.
Thanks.
Shucks.
Why do you celebrate the Feast of the Balance?
You are a stranger to our customs indeed. The balance. You do know about the balance, do you not?
Sure. The balance between magic and science. I know about the balance.
The balance of all, child. Everything is in balance, and the Guardian watches over the balance and us. We celebrate the Feast of the Balance to give our thanks to the balance and to the Guardian. If our devotion to the balance falters, if we lose our faith in the Guardian, then we are inviting chaos to destroy us. This is what the Vanguard is doing. Inviting chaos. They are dangerous.
You know, it dawned upon me before I did this stream that Dreamfall Chapters was a Kickstarter. And one of the things that I remember seeing on the Kickstarter was that if it reached, I think it was 2 million, they would start production on The Longest Journey Home. So for those of you who don't know, The Longest Journey is the start of the Longest Journey saga, if you will. And then Dreamfall and Dreamfall Chapters are more of its own story that take place after the events of The Longest Journey. Things that continued onwards, apparently. But that's a part of its own individual narrative. And The Longest Journey Home was going to be a back to basics traditional 2D point and click title like this, essentially. with the idea being that the narrative takes place after the events of the Longest Journey, before Dreamfall, and a bit after Dreamfall chapters. So it's got to bounce back and forth time-wise. They never reached 2 million. And I ain't gonna lie, go into the stream after learning that, like, because I didn't know what the outcome was. My brain was like, oh yeah, they were gonna produce like a direct sequel to this game. I can't wait to you know, see if there's anything, you know, what production's like with that. And yeah, it's dead in the water. It can make you cry, you know. Like, I'm gonna have to savor the shit out of this game.
What's the Vanguard doing
Holy
to
shit.
destroy the balance?
They are not
I'm sorry to
doing
put down
anything
for
to
things,
destroy
but
the
that
balance,
was
but
a
they
unique
destroy
journey I went on
people's
this morning.
faith
I was
in
like,
the
oh shit.
balance. They speak to the people, telling them how the Sentinel, the Fathers, are holding our world back. And that if we were to use the balance to our advantage, we could return to the old ways, the ways of the ancient Earth, before the divide. Vanguard promised the people power and wealth and happiness, but they intend only destruction, death.
What's your name?
Benrima Salmon. I am the owner and proprietor of this inn. I bought it with money earned through honest trade in the Southlands. Tobacco, wine, slaves. That is where I'm from. The Southlands.
I'm April. April Ryan.
And we're in the Northlands, aren't we?
Well met, April
Or at
Ryan.
least we're
Have you come to
around
meet someone, a handsome young suitor, perchance?
No such luck, I'm afraid. I'm here more by accident than anything else.
Ah, no accident, April. Fate. Fate delivered you here tonight. You are strong in fate, are you not?
What do you mean by strong in fate?
You shape your own fate, and not the other way around. You are what the Dark people call a wave.
How can you tell?
I am not only an innkeeper, child. I am a seer, taught by my mother, who was taught by her mother before her. And so it goes back to the dawn of our world, to the dawn of magic.
What's a seer?
holy
A
shit.
seer?
I forgot
Someone who can
that this
tell
game
something
loves to
about people,
send us on a rabbit
about events,
hole of
about the past and the
madness.
present and the future, just by looking at you. When I look at you, I see.
What? What do you see?
Most people are drawn along by events, by fate, like a carriage after a horse. But some people know how to steer the horse, to change paths at will. You are such a person.
Look at
But
them
there is
go.
more.
Sorry, I know this is really important, but woo!
Tell me more about my future.
Yeah.
It is strange. I see many paths, but they are all dark. I cannot tell much except that you are strong in fate, and strong in the balance. And you are strong in magic, too.
Magic? That can't be right. I don't know anything about magic.
You do not have to know about magic to be strong with magic. If you ever learn how to harvest your talents, you will be a strong artisan.
Artisan?
Where have you been schooled, child? Have you forgotten your lore?
My lore? Yeah, well, I haven't
Have you
really
forgotten
had
your
much
Dark
use for
Souls
my
lore, child?
lore lately.
The artisan is the most powerful of magic users. She is able to shape magic and to use it by force of will alone. An artist can use magic shaped by others, mold it into new magic, new art. A magician, or sorcerer, witch, warlock, can read and write incantations, drawing spells from the power of words. And the alchemist can create magic potions. He is the least of the four. Anyone with proper education can be an alchemist. The other three require some form of talent for magic.
Thank you.
I am at your service any time, child. I am afraid I must go take care of my guests now. Enjoy yourself.
Oh my god.
Thank you, April Ryan.
What?
Whoa.
There is no time here, but there soon will be time for you and I. Time enough, to be sure. You are speaking to me, April Ryan. We have spoken.
I don't understand what you're... And how do you know my name? Who are you?
Have we not met yet? I was sorry, then, for confusing you. I will be Abnaxus of the Venar, ambassador to the Ireed Council in Marcuria for a time.
I think I would have remembered you if we'd met. Who told you my name?
You did. You are saying your name to me, April Ryan. In this moment, you tell me your name. You question why I know your name, and you speak to me the blessings of
it's
the
a
balance
paradox.
for my long journey home.
He only knows
Sorry,
her
I
name because
really
she
don't know
tells
what you're
him
talking about.
his name.
It is
she
difficult
only
for
tells him
us
his
too,
name
April Ryan,
because he
to
knows the
understand
name.
you. We, the Venar, are not perceiving time like your people. In this moment we are everywhere. In this moment we are nowhere. But there is a veil. Beyond this veil we are not seeing, but you have. You will be seeing. You are seeing.
What veil?
The veil created in chaos, by chaos, with chaos. It is a dark presence in our future, yes, future. A dark veil which hides the things that have been and will
I'm just
be.
about following.
What's all this got to do with me?
It was late. You were tired. We have talked in the morning when you come to visit me. Now you understand everything. Thank you, April Ryan. The blessings of the balance to you too.
Did you just invite me to your home?
I will. I did. I invite you to my home, April Ryan. My home was in the Marcuria City Green, and you will find it. In the morning, before chaos came. I am explaining everything, and you understood.
It seems I've already accepted your invitation, so I guess I don't have a choice.
That is what you said. Good night. You will sleep well.
Okay.
What a strange creature. That
Oh,
looks like
wow,
a
that's
really, really
buggered.
comfortable chair.
Do it.
I really am getting tired. I should find somewhere comfortable to sit down, rest my legs for a few minutes.
Maybe the comfortable chair you just looked at. I remember this. This chapter I remember, because we had Stark open up substantially last time. The same applies with Arcadia here. I don't remember this though. Holy shit.
Wake up, child.
Sorry, I guess I fell asleep. What time is it?
It is morning. We need to clean before we open for breakfast, so I had to wake you.
I slept right through the party?
It seems so. You did not stir even when everyone was leaving.
Oh well, I feel pretty good considering.
You look a little pale, but it's nothing a good porridge won't fix.
No, I don't want to leave.
Not to sound rude, but I've had my fill of her for the moment.
What? She was lovely.
Do you intend to walk about in that outfit, child? It is day, it would not be proper.
It's all I have.
Come, we will find something more suited to a young lady about the city.
And you will eat your porridge too.
How do I look?
To be fair, the colour scheme is so similar that I always thought that you still wear the same thing.
Well, it'll have to do for now. You do not have the most womanly of forms, but I'm certain you will fill out in time with the right diet.
Thanks. Thank you for the clothes,
Whoa.
for everything.
You will have time aplenty to thank me while you are cleaning plates and cutlery, child.
I'm sorry. Work?
Those clothes do not come free, child, nor does a night spent sleeping before the fire. I'm not asking much, only for a helping hand in cleaning.
All right. Tell me where
Yeah,
to start.
fuck it.
You can start carrying in the mugs from the back room.
I think we gained some Arcadian
You did good work
currency
for me
from
today,
this.
child. More than was required. Here you are. Some coin to help you out. And keep the clothes. You seem to have grown into them already.
What do you mean by that? Righty, yeah then.
I wonder if she's caught anything today.
To the city. Okay, so we're on the lookout for a green... Something green. The city green? Wonderful.
Enter, honored guest, and I would have been with you presently.
God, this is terrifying. How big is this tower?
Be welcomed, stranger, to my abode.
Stranger? Don't you remember me? You invited me here.
Every moment we meet, and every moment we part. You are both stranger and friend, April Ryan.
I'm sorry, but could you
Um,
try to be a little less obtuse this time?
Okay.
I have a hard time understanding half of what you say.
I will beg for your forgiveness, April Ryan. I had a hard time to make myself understood amongst other peoples. I will pull myself into this moment, difficult as it may be, so that we can communicate and so that you may understand. It is important that you understand, April Ryan, very important.
Who are you?
I am Abnaxus of the Venar, ambassador to the I-Reed Council in Marcuria. My people live far from here, and they do rarely visit your kind, and so I am their sole link to humans and Dolmari.
Why is that?
I alone among the Venar am able to focus on a particular moment and thread in time, and so to speak with those who flow with time, like you.
How do your people perceive time?
It is hard to explain. Any moment before this moment and any moment after is the same to me as this one. I have lived already and I am yet to live. Do you understand me?
I think so, but how's that possible?
Everything is possible, April Ryan. There is magic, and there is science, and between the two, everything is possible.
It's okay. There's right. There's a bit of a contrivance already with this because we're still in the paradoxical nature of how if he how can I explain it? Perceiving time is near enough the same as time travel in and of itself. If you know how an event's gonna play out, then it has to play out that way, and the only way that event will play out, the only reason why that event plays out is because you've seen it play out. If that makes sense. I mean, this might solve my ponderings here, but it's one of the issues I always have with time travel plots. The idea that someone goes back in time to if someone goes back in time in order to do something, or goes forward in time in order to do something, they wouldn't go back or forward in time because they've already accomplished what they set out to do. If that makes sense. So, for example, if I was going to go back in time to I don't know, back in time to fix a maths question I fucked up in high school or something like that, I wouldn't need the time travel because I fixed it. Therefore, like I didn't go back in time, but you, so you hopefully that sort of
Can
gets
you
down
see
what
the
I mean.
future?
To me, every moment is the same. There is no future. I can relate moments you have yet to see, and I can unravel possible threads. But remember, the future I see may not be the one into which you walk.
So it's
Moments
contrived.
and threads fluctuate,
Cool.
change. I can remember things that have never come to pass, and I have seen things that will never be.
So you can't tell the future.
I would see your possible futures, the likely threads among hundreds. If there was not a veil in time, I would.
What's this veil you keep talking about?
Somewhere ahead, in our path, there is a dark veil through which I cannot pass, past which I cannot see. It is disconcerting to me to be blocked from the moments of my life.
How did this veil come to be?
It was, no, will be created in chaos, by chaos, to keep the future hidden. All threads converge on a single point
Lord,
here,
we've entered the
beyond
Final
the
Fantasy
veil,
plot.
and this will happen only once. It is written.
Written? Where?
In the prophecies.
Tell me about the prophecies.
Words have
That's a
been
word I don't
written by
like.
seers who can discern from all possible threads the threads that are certain to be woven. These words are the prophecies.
And what do the prophecies say?
Prophecies speak of a time when the balance will falter, weakened by the assault of chaos and its servants. The moment the veil falls is the moment of uncertainty. The balance may stand, the balance may fall. I cannot tell which it will be, and I cannot even see the possibilities, the threads extending from each fork. But the prophecies also speak of a savior, as the prophecies usually do, one who will bring order to chaos, only to release chaos on the innocent, one who will restore the balance, only to finally break it.
That doesn't sound like a savior.
The word in my tongue is Kanang La. Literally
Kangaroo.
translated, it means the small seed who grew to a tall tree.
I getcha. It's all a reference to the start of the game. Cool. Okay. Can we just go over the last like 2 minutes? I am not a fan of this. So okay, already explained why I have an issue with time travel. Prophecies. Yeah, another big hiccup in terms of writing for me. If something is prophesized, you've fucked up the stakes. Because now it is prophesized, and that which has been seen will happen, and you will be the one to save the world. Well, I guess that's what the fuck we're doing then. You know, it's... And someone to say, like, oh, my vision of the future is in flux, or prophecy is never certain. It's like, well, what's the fucking point in the prophecy then? And what's the fucking point in your ability to see time then? If, like, I could do that shit. Oh, I've seen into the future, a future that might happen, but it might not. Well, okay, what you've done is you've had a thought. What you've done is you've sat down and you've just thought to yourself, I wonder if I'm gonna do this today. Nah, maybe not. Like, that's... Don't get me wrong, like, the visions and all that sort of shit, fine, but what's... Like, what's to convince me that this dude isn't just on some hallucinogenic shit right now? Because this is such a backwards cop-out. But at the same time, it's the only way you can write something like this. Because if you say, oh, I've seen the future, and this is exactly what happens, oh, well then, I guess we don't need to play the rest of this game, we know what happens then. Thank you for summing up this on a Wikipedia synopsis for me. And he goes, no, my ability to see into the future isn't certain. But there are prophecies, like, for fuck's sake, pick one or the other. Either you can see into the future or there's a prophecy. Because one, like, because if you're going to say that one's uncertain and the other one is slightly more accurate, then it's like, well, once again, the stakes are gone, aren't they? You just tag along, become my backpack, off we go into the future. Oh, I need a loo. I need a loo. I'm gonna ponder this on the loo. That's what I'm gonna do. So very quickly, just in case anyone pops along. See you in a second. Hey, 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 it's me, I'm back, yay, hey, just went to the loo, yay, just did that big poo, yay, now I am empty, yay, ba 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 boo, hello Mr. Boo. Do I want to ask you questions? Oh, let's just sit up, let's be proper. It's chilly today. It's a real chilly day. Put a blanket around me. Because I demand the warm embrace of the blanket. Oh, no, no, microphone. You stay still. Naughty boy. Naughty boy. Ugh. Anyway. So yeah. Contrived. Very contrived. That's what we were saying. And I stand by it. I think that if you have to use a prophecy make your story compelling, you will fight a dragon one day. And someone will go, oh, that's going to be exciting. I'm going to keep sticking around because he's going to fight a dragon. It's gonna be cool, hopefully. Can't wait to see that. And then you're sitting there going, yeah, but the prophecy also said that he wins. Yep, can't wait to see him win. Why do you need it? You know he's going to now. The stakes are gone. Yeah, but the process of doing so is gonna be amazing, right? What? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because, well, you know, because why? I don't have to care about his well-being because it said he's gonna win.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yes.
Oh,
Could you
Lord.
tell me a little
Right.
bit about yourself, Obnaxus?
Me? About myself? We, the Venar, are not good at speaking of ourselves. We always know who we are, and so we have no need to tell each other.
Well,
Yep,
are you
this was a
married?
bad idea.
Do you have kids? Or perhaps your people don't marry?
Yes, we do marry, and we always know who we are to be with, because our future is also our past, and so we also know our children, even though, according to your reckoning, they have yet to be born. My wife will be
That
the
is
beautiful
beyond awkward.
Abyanda. She lives by the Bay of Fire in the east. She gave birth to our 3 female children, Abratha, Abalexa, Abpalmana.
How long has it been since you last saw them?
I see them now, April
What a
Ryan.
moment ago.
Do not forget I perceive time in a different manner from your kind. I have given them
Well,
your
that's down near
regards.
clairvoyancy.
Well, say hi to them for me.
I already have. Yeah, that's not how that works. You should only be able to see time, your time. It should be specifically their time, going forward and backwards, right? Because if you can just see time itself and everything, then we're not just dealing with someone's level of perception in terms of time. We're dealing with someone's perception in terms of that omnipresent. So, in order to see your kids at any time and watch them grow up, you need to physically be there. This is a scapegoat. You can't just say, I see them right now, April Ryan. Like, no, fuck that.
Why did you come here to Marcuria?
No, you
I
don't.
was chosen to be ambassador to Ireed when I showed a talent for seeing the flow of time from one point to the next. I was trained for a long time in locking myself into a single moment to communicate and understand your world. My people do not normally involve themselves with others, but the veil has forced us to do so.
Why don't the Venar want to involve themselves with humans?
In the wrong hands, our knowledge is dangerous. To know of the possible fluctuating futures. This can be a weapon to some who flow with time. We cannot interfere with your time. We are not allowed.
Who says?
The balance. The Guardian. The Guardian watches not only the balance between worlds, but also the balance within. Time is in balance, and if this balance is upset, the Guardian would know.
I thought the Guardian was gone.
So he is, and that makes it even more crucial to my people that we preserve the balance and not upset it. Chaos is our enemy, April Ryan, and we do our part to keep it at bay, as do you.
Oh, I hate this so much. He's even got books. Why does he have books? That's another thing, right? Like, he's got books here. Just here. He'll never have to read them because he's already read them. But the only way he would have read them is if he did read them. Which is no reason for him to do, because he's already read them. You see what's happening here? There's this open paradox that the writers have just forgotten about. He's having a conversation with April Ryan that he's already had. So there's no reason for him to have said conversation. There's no reason for said conversation to happen. It would not exist. But it does. It has to. You see? It's fucking stupid. It takes 2 seconds of thought to break this narrative in half now. Why did they put this here? Look, there were some contrivances beforehand, but this has literally fucked so much up. This is just something that's plopped here for people to go, oh yeah, that's very cool. See, he's talking in a really complicated way, and because I don't understand it, that means it's smart. No, it doesn't. This dude's perception of time is fucked. He would not have this perception of time. He would be caught in an infinite loop of looking back and forth. Ah, yes, we do not see time linearly. If I look for we see what was, what is, and what will be at all time. Okay, in that case, you see nothing, right? Because then all you're going to be looking at is yourself looking forward, backwards, and right now. Like, the second you go, hang on, I'm just going to look into the future for a second, you're just going to realize, wait, I don't need to look into the future, because I've already done that. Going around in fucking circles. The black hole is forming in your fucking brain. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. This narrative doesn't work. You've just fucked it. This is catastrophic.
Are you planning on ever going back to your people?
When we pass through the veil to the other side and time yet again opens up, I miss my people. And
I'm going to start skipping through this.
I know what you mean.
You will bring us through.
Where is your home now?
Across the border mountains and north, to where the forests are evergreen, and where in winter
don't make me go talk to a bunch of
white.
Paradoxical people.
Do you know Father Tobias?
Tobias is a faithful servant of the balance, and he is a good man. He leads the sentinel down a narrow path, but he never wavers. We are friends.
So, I can trust him?
Trust is a concept which often puzzles me.
Why would
Amongst
she
my
ask that?
people,
You don't
there
even know
is
if you can
never
trust him.
distrust.
This could be a
We
con.
always know the truth. But amongst your people, amongst those who flow with time, trust is important, a fragile thing. But yes, I do think Tobias is to be trusted fully. I cannot see beyond the veil, but up to that point there is no thread in which he betrays your trust, April Ryan.
I don't think I need to keep bringing this up, but I kind of do. Like, there's a very real possibility that this dude is bullshitting. Think about not just like, think about the sheer coincidence, the contrivance even, that when April Ryan, I'm just gonna call her April because this dude's fucking my head up, um, appears in Arcadia again now. The first thing she does is go into the Journeyman, the inn, and the first person she meets is a seer, someone who can read someone else's future. And then immediately afterwards, this guy walks in. One of them's irrelevant. Why did she have to be a seer? Why couldn't this dude just start spouting shit about that? And I know that there's a difference, right? Because the seer is looking into her future, and this dude is looking back and forth in time in terms of his own future, even though that's not even confirmed yet. For all we know, he's actually just straight up fucking omnipresent. This goddamn...
Have you heard of a man named Cortez?
Get this over and done
No,
with.
I
I want to
have
leave this
not.
place.
But that does not mean I do not know him. Names are often fleeting, April Ryan.
He's my...
What do you mean?
Well, some have called him my mentor, others a nutcase. I'm not sure which it is, but I'm leaning towards the former.
Your mentor?
Why would you not
He
believe
is
him
a
at this point?
shifter as well?
No, I don't think so. He doesn't travel. Shift between Stark and Arcadia.
I do not see him in my life, April Ryan. I do not know him. Beyond the veil,
Okay, there we go.
perhaps, but not before.
Thanks, Obnaxus.
You are always welcome,
More like
April
obnoxious.
Ryan.
I need some help in my quest.
Lord, let's get this out of the way with.
Yes, you did.
I did? And what did you answer?
That I will help you as much as I can, but in the end...
I'm on my own. I've heard that one before.
Are you fucking kidding me? I can't listen to him talk like this for this long.
What do you know about dragons?
Oh my god.
I do not know much about the kin, but I do know a little. Perhaps it will help you, perhaps not. The Draic kin came to this world a very, very long time ago. Before the dawn of man, before the divide. The Venar had yet to learn to be outside time, and there were few other peoples on Earth. The kin played an important part in the divide, in separating magic from science, and in the founding of the Fathers, the Sentinel, to watch over the balance. It is said that after the divide of the 4 Draic kin that came to Earth, 2 went to Stark, and 2 to Arcadia. But that was a long time ago, 12,000 of your years. I do not know what has become of them since.
I just had to quickly look up to see if, like, the Vidal were going to be in any of the future games. And as far as I can tell, no. After this, they're gone. And I'm not surprised. Because this is fucked.
You don't know where I may find these Drakekin?
No, the white of the Draic kin, the mother, has, according to legend, been sighted. The tale of the silver spear of Gorimon, though I think this is but a tale, and far from the truth.
The story is called The Silver Spear of Gorimon?
Yes, unfortunately I do not have
The
this book
Digimon.
myself, and I do not know of anyone who does.
Oh my fucking god.
What about the other
We're
dragon?
still on the first
other
goddamn
Drakekin?
question. Just,
Of the
if this is
Draic
gonna be
kin,
a
I only know
roll-on
of the
thing,
mother,
just
the white
stick
of the
to
kin,
it.
although I have heard tell of a god who fell from the sky into the ocean a great long time ago. But this may also be just a tale.
What the fuck did I not learn? What? Why did my journal pop like that?
What else do you know about this god who fell from the sky?
Only what I have told you. Someone with greater knowledge of the ocean and the creatures that live beneath its surface may be able to tell you more.
Underwater.
Have you heard of a disc that works as a key to the Guardian's realm?
Yes, but very little. It has been spoken of in the I Read Council only recently, brought to attention by the Tyrant Ambassador. He wished to know where it is kept.
And what was the answer?
No one at the council knows or admitted to knowing, and the ambassador was asked to speak with the Sentinel, which he is unlikely to concede to. The Tyrant are allied with the Vanguard, and so are in political and ideological opposition with the Sentinel. I know Vestrum Tobias. He would not speak a word with the Tyrant, nor the Vanguard. Not unless it was to challenge their philosophies.
So you don't know where I can find the disc?
No. Ask Vestrum Tobias.
You know, April could save herself a shit ton of time if she went, talked to Tobias, came back, relayed the information to him, and then he could relay the information back to April in the past. It is literally fucking time travel. It's fucked.
Do you know anything about a rift leading to the Guardian's realm?
I have heard speak of such a thing. I believe it was where the tower was built and the divide created. When the earth was one, it might still be open.
Any idea where it is?
I am afraid the Venar were never very involved in the affairs of the Sentinel, nor took any part in the divide except to agree to the necessity of it. We had little choice but to concede. We are a magical people. We need the balance, because we could not survive without magic.
How would I go about fighting chaos?
You cannot fight
Really
chaos. It is not so simple. To oppose chaos, one must return order to that which has been affected by chaos, and thus reduce its powers. But this is not something everyone can do. Only those ordained by the balance can embark on such a dangerous task and survive.
That's about it for now.
Okay, we're gone.
I am glad I could be of assistance, April Ryan.
Thanks for your hospitality, Obnaxis.
Goodbye. Blessings of the balance to you, April Ryan, and may your journey have been a long and fruitful one.
I'll talk to you later, Obnaxis.
Stop it. You're fucking god. Just run. Run away from the plot contrivance. It's not worth it. Oh my god. That was horrific. That was actually horrific. I guess we want to talk to Tobias then, right? Please don't give me another plot dub. I've just been through
morning,
so much of that
Tobias.
shit right now. Just be as straightforward as you possibly can be with me.
Why, it's April, my friend from Stark. Have you come to visit us again?
So it appears. I didn't exactly come here by choice this time, though.
Oh? How so, if I may ask?
In a weird and twisted way, it's nothing out of what's become the substitute for ordinary in my life. One second I was in my room in Newport. The next, I was in a dark alley in Marcuria.
You must have opened a shift while you were sleeping. Good. This means you are learning to harness your magic.
Yeah, I guess, except I don't think I'll be able to get back home again. And this time, my mentor, Cortez,
not?
has no idea that I'm here.
But
you'll
I'm
be
sure
fine.
you will find a way to channel and control your power soon. In the meantime, is there anything I can do to help?
Holy shit. Game. What the fuck is this? If I wanted to listen to an audiobook, that's exactly what I do. I know that point-and-click adventure games are meant to give you a lot of information. I've played the shit ton of them. But it's not meant to just keep throwing more and more shit at you. All I've done for the past, like, few hours of, like, game time is literally just listen to people exposit to my face. At least in the last part, I was doing, like, puzzles about the place, running back and forth, you know, figuring out things. Now, I've got people that are throwing a Bible after Bible to my noggin. This is what I'm saying about all this being, like, people could be excused for thinking that, like, the writing in this game is decent, because I bet you no one remembers, like, a good 70% of it when it's done. It goes over their heads. I said, if you don't understand it, it must be smart. That's the logic that a lot of people go under. And that's not to say that I think the writing in this game is bad, by the way. I love the dialogue, I really do, but we've just had, like, two major concepts thrown at me, one after another. The idea of the seers, people that can read other people's futures, and the idea of someone who can view their own future, past and present, all at once. And the entirety of it as well. Except, not really, except yes.
I need help getting back home.
Just get it out of the way
Unfortunately,
with.
I'm in no better state today to help you shift than I was the day before yesterday. You are the one with the talent, and
Don't
so you must learn
mention
to
anything
use
involving
that
time
talent.
with me again, please. My brain hurts.
I need to locate the disc that unlocks the Guardian's tower.
The disc that is the key? Yes, it is needed. It might even restore balance, provided the new Guardian accompanies it to the tower, of course. But you wish to find the disc yourself?
I have to.
Isn't that the
Cliché or
reason why
not,
she's here?
it's our only
That's
hope.
the whole point, right?
You do this often then? You know, save worlds?
It's an expression. Heroism in my world is more of a cliché than anything else.
I do not understand. But then I am merely a servant of the balance, while you are more. But yes, the disc. As I told you once before, when the Earth was divided, and the realm of the Guardian created, a disc was forged in the Well of Making. The disc was to serve two purposes, as a key to the Tower of Balance should it become necessary to enter it in the Guardian's absence, and as a replacement for the disc that is already in the tower should it be broken. The tower is now abandoned and locked, and the old disc shattered. I do think the time is right for the second disc to be brought forward and used.
Where is the disc now?
At first, more than 12,000 years ago, it was kept in the open, at the Sentinel Enclave outside Marcuria. However, when thieves attempted to make away with the disc, it was taken away.
Why?
So that the four parts of the disc could be divided amongst four of the magical people of Arcadia. People who would have nothing to gain from the balance being compromised.
What people were the disc divided amongst?
This I cannot tell you. I am not sure anyone remembers now. But it would be in the scriptures, I am certain.
What scriptures?
The scriptures of the balance. There are 13 of them. 13 is a strong number, rich in tradition, and did you know the Ireed High Council consists of 13 ministers? No, of course you don't. 13 was also the number of the fathers who begat the Sentinel, and who built the Tower of Balance.
Where can I find the scriptures of the balance?
Pay a visit to the Sentinel Enclave, located outside the city to the east. The great library of the Enclave contains every book ever written by an Arcadian minstrel, and most others as well. Speak with Minstrom Yerin, the keeper of books. Tell him I sent you.
I need to find the entrance to the Guardian's realm.
There is one. You are right in that, but where, I would not venture to guess. In the past, when the time came for the Guardian to step down and another to take his or her place, the Guardian opened a gateway wherever it was needed. A Guardian, still in full control of the balance, can invite anyone in, and let anyone out. But with the Guardian gone, the only way in would be the point where the Divide was first created, where the tower was built.
Isn't that location written down somewhere?
Remember that this was done on the old Earth before the Divide. After the Divide, after the creation of Stark and Arcadia, places were shifted about. This entrance may not even be on the ground anymore.
What do you mean?
It could be up there, in the sky, or far below us.
It's
through the crust of the
underwater.
Earth into the molten depths below.
It's
I cannot say,
fucking
and I do
underwater.
not know
I
anyone
feel like
who
we've
could.
already established this. The people underwater. Wasn't this established a while ago? Or is that just me who's been listening? I feel like I've had like 3 people go, "Oh, I don't know where this gate could be, or where one of these discs could be. Oh, it could be anywhere, like underwater." And then we've literally just heard earlier on, "Oh, there's potential for people who live underwater, the people that live underwater, they might know where it is." And then everyone's just mysteriously got this amnesiac fog that just rolled in afterwards. Oh, I don't want to keep asking questions. I'm actually genuinely, this is boring me. It's not boring me because it's not interesting. It's boring me because it's repetitive. I'm at a point where this game feels like it's in catch-up mode now. Like it's reiterating information I already know. And that's the entire conversation that's being had here. I'm learning new stuff bit by bit as well, which is why I'm doing my best to pay attention. But at the same time, like every few lines of dialogue, it's just slamming back to the same thing over and over.
I need to locate the 2 dragons that reside in Arcadia.
The Drykin?
What's the difference?
Dragons is a word from your world. The kin are not what they have become in your legends and fairy tales.
But they're real, aren't they?
Oh, as real as you and me, April. And old. They have been here since before our time. As you probably remember, the kin were instrumental in... But I know so little. Only
Yes,
what I can remember
I
from
remember.
my studies when I was a minstrel at the Enclave.
Isn't there any way to locate the entrance?
Did we go
Perhaps
for
with
this?
careful investigation of the old texts, histories of Arcadia, of the Divide, the scriptures. I do not know, April, but it cannot hurt to look. Again, you will find these texts at the Sentinel Enclave.
Yep.
How can I get more information on the Drakkin?
Books, daughter,
Again,
books.
go to the
The
Sentinel
wisdom of the
text.
age.
Where can I...
Again, you will find...
Thank you,
Oh,
Tobias.
right, let's just
Good
do
to
this then. See that? We went from three entire lines of, three entire dialogue trees there, just to get to the same bit of information 3 times over. Go to the Enclave, go to the Enclave, go to the Enclave. That could have all been summed up. Oh, I'm sorry that I'm pissed off, but this is getting on my nerves now. And there was a good chunk of that we already knew. He's reiterating it to us because there is so much going on in terms of like the information that we have, that it is genuinely like fucking with my head, because I'm starting to doubt whether or not I actually heard it in the first place and it's the first
The
time I'm
dragon's
hearing
mouth
it.
is
But
pointing
no,
straight
that's
down
not
at
the
the middle
case.
of the floor. It's a circular hollow about 20 centimeters across and about 5 centimeters deep.
How the fuck do you know that? Oh, we're moving, we're moving, we're moving, we're moving. Oh, I'm fighting the urge just to take a break at this point. It's only been an hour. It's only been an hour.
Oh. Oh, goodness me, I didn't hear you come in. By the way, you haven't seen Volume 6 of the Complete Annotated History of the Northlands, have you? I could have sworn it was here yesterday.
Sorry, no.
I guess someone else must have taken it. I try to tell them to write down what they borrow on the list, but they never listen. Only last week I spent 3 hours searching the entire Enclave for the second scripture of the ballads, the scripture of song, before I realized that Vestrum Tobias was studying it back in the city. Now, such incidents could be avoided if only, and this applies to you too, young lady, people would sign out the books they borrow when they borrow them, and sign them back in when they're done. Such a simple procedure. It shouldn't take more than a few seconds to jot down your name and the name of the book you borrow. It makes my job so much easier. Now, which book did you want me to find for you?
Are you Minstrom Yaren?
Yes, of course. Oh, what a silly question.
How would I know? I don't know you.
I am Minstrom Yaren, keeper of the great library of Marcuria. In fact, this is the greatest library of all the Northlands. Perhaps of the entire world. Although they say the Dark People have a library as big, if not bigger, than this one. But of course, we're not allowed anywhere near there. Have you been there?
I don't think...
What a silly question. Of course you haven't. You're not of the Dark People, are you? You don't look like any Dark People I've ever seen, so I can't see how you could possibly...
God.
Now,
I'm
where did
trying not to
Volume
cringe at
6
that.
disappear to? Hmm?
See, why is... If this is
Tobias
the
said
next
I should
natural
talk with
dialogue
you.
option, just have it play. Just do it.
Tobias?
I don't need to click on it.
Vestrum Tobias? I haven't seen him for...
Like, because I
Well,
came all
he
this
was
way for a
in
conversation
last
with this
week,
dude.
but
I'm not
before
just
that,
gonna
it
go,
must have been,
okay, bye.
Days, at least. How is he? Still eating enough for 2 mules? I must tell you of this funny story I heard the other day, of how Vestrum Tobias eats enough for a table full of minstrum. Or was it one Elguan? Although the Elguan don't, as a rule, eat very much at all. Did you know that the Elguan can smell water more than half a day's journey away? Amazing, amazing
Oh,
creatures.
jeez, I'm sure that won't
perfectly
become
suited
relevant.
for life in the desert. The balance provides, that's for certain. The balance provides.
Vestrum Tobias recommended that I look at some books.
Books is what we do best here at the Enclave, that is for certain. Which book would you like to see?
No fucking way.
I'm looking for some information, but
That's a
I'm
lot.
not sure which book to ask for.
No matter. I know a great deal about most of the books in here. What topic intrigues you?
I need to find out which four magical people...
The stone disc of the balance,
Yep.
yes? Yes, there.
Yep, do it. Oh, I'm not waiting for this animation each time whenever he goes to pick up a book. You kidding me?
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
Do I actually have to read it? Okay. 6 Many years safely guarded. We knew this. Is that it? Oh my fucking god, you're kidding me. Yep. We knew that. Knew that. One stone to gentle, to the gentle souls sinks in the darkened shape between their toes. So, yeah, underwater, woods.
Are you done? Let me take that back for you.
I didn't say I was. Oh. Yeah, I guess I am. Oh my god. Do I do it? Do I take a break? We haven't even finished one chapter today yet, and I'm just like, fuck me. This is my brain. My goddamn brain. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break. Jesus Christ. How did we get into this? How did we just get into Exposition City? You know, just like dump, 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 dump. And it's not even, once again, it's stuff we already know. Right. Okay. I'll be back in a bit. I'm gonna make myself another drink, and we'll